Who's for lunch?
Media personality, entrepreneur, life coach, and mental health advocate Ratile Mabitsela is in studio today. You would want to be in studio as well, as she actually glows. She's so beautiful. Here, a powerhouse behind the platforms like Beauty Ballot, Miss Tembisa Foundation, and Healing in Motion. She's captured the nation's attention through her unfiltered presence on the Mummy Club. Lots to talk about there. Right. As a mother of 3 and a widow navigating grief under the spotlight, a woman who's constantly evolving. Today, we unpack her journey of reinvention, resilience, and radical self-love, and just get to know a little bit more behind the business and the TV show. Ratile, welcome.
Thank you, Pabi. Such a beautiful intro. Thank you so much for having me.
And that's all you. That's your life.
Right?
This is your life, girl.
Pinch me.
Tell me where it all began.
Oh, it began all the way in Tembisa.
Okay.
Somewhere at a dusty road. Playing what we used to call tin box.
Yeah.
I feel like my dreams have always been bigger. Bigger than the hood. Bigger than most things that I've seen, I've always been someone who dreams really, really big, and it's been quite a journey since then. But I really do feel like I'm exactly where I need to be right now.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's a profound feeling. But I want to go back to the first profound feeling.
Okay.
Growing up, I thought everybody felt that way, that you're destined for bigger. But some people don't. Some people are just following the route. Okay, you finish school and you do this and you do that. How do you explain that feeling of being destined for bigger?
I think being destined for bigger means basically, in a nutshell, being called. And it is the price of the called that makes you go through quite a journey in life. It is what makes you different. It is what sets you apart, and it is what brings certain challenges that other people could never stand.
Yeah.
Because you are one of a kind. You are called. And I feel like that's what I had always been. I've always been different. I've always been misunderstood. I've always been this person. But with where I am today, I've come to accept that it is the calling that I'm carrying that makes me the target.
Sure. Usually I make people cry, but now I'm crying. I think that is the most, first of all, I don't think I've ever even thought about it to describe what it feels like and where it would come from. So the minute you use that word called, it all clicks.
Exactly what it is.
It all clicks.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, some people are called for different things. People are called to be businessmen and businesswomen.
Yeah.
Some are just called to preach the word. Some are called, you can be here on radio, but you have no idea how much influence, impact, and a difference that you are making, because you might just be the vessel that God needs to use to touch lives. So people are called to do different things.
That is beautiful. And so you decided that because you can intellectually, and I'm sure that there's a group that works with you, you created Beauty Ballot.
Yes.
And I'd love to talk about that, using your platform to elevate young women.
I really feel like that is the ultimate calling for me. I think I've tried so many things. And when I say I've tried so much that it started from operations management to project management to beauty and skincare. But what?
Hang on, these are jobs that you
not just jobs and businesses.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And the ultimate has always been one that draws me to my community. It is the one that draws me to women. It is the one that draws me to just making a difference. It's not even about, but how much money are you getting out of it? It's something that I would literally do without even getting paid for it, because it's impactful. Like, it takes out what it is that is like shut in my bones.
What is it about most of us women who need some coaching to be able to speak for themselves and stand up for themselves and elevate themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why do you think that was your calling?
I think it was because for the longest of time, I used to oppress my feelings, my opinions, and I used to say yes to absolutely everything. But that came with a lot of self-sacrifice. And this journey of life we think it's tricky. It's not. We actually face the same thing over and over again until we're able to master it. Mm-hmm. So one thing that I've also got to realize is that with me trying to please people, I kept on attracting those kind of people because I had to, at some point, break this cycle.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens with a lot of things. It happens with relationships too, where your cause of breakup is the same all the time because you're not getting the lesson.
You're dating the same guy in different clothes, with different heights.
With different faces, but you have the same challenges all the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like with women speaking up for themselves, I mean, it's unfortunate that society does not quite stand for that. It is not a thing. We are taught to shrink to a certain extent. But in our shrinking, we lose so much of ourselves. We lose so much of our dreams as well. So I feel like once your throat chakra is open and you are able to stand your ground and you are able to say no. You know, I feel like our bodies always tell us when we reject them. Whether you are saying yes to a thing that you should be saying no to, you feel it. It's called a gut feeling. Others call it a vibe. It's just discernment. So as soon as we're able to discern and choose what it is that is right for us, we will be able to stand up for ourselves.
I love that so much. But why in the public eye? Tell me about deciding to be on the Mummies Club. And you know, so much has happened to you in your real life.
Yeah.
And it's been broadcast.
Yeah.
Tell me about what that feels. It's like an almost extra that you have to make sense of.
For me, it was actually a good challenge. I always like to do things that I've never done before.
Right.
It's like when I feel nervous about it, I'm like, oh, actually, yes, that's exactly what we're doing. So Mummy Club was one of those things. I remember at the time, I was still a contestant for Mrs. South Africa when this opportunity came.
Yes.
And they approached me like 3 months into my Mrs. SA journey. And both were equally demanding. So I had to pick what it is that I'm going to be doing. And Mummy Club made me more nervous than Mrs. SA. And I was like, okay, this is what we're going for. And I did. Without the experience, without any kind of coaching. And I was thrown on this platform that makes me see how powerful and influential I actually am.
Yeah.
And how my voice really does matter, whether I'm saying right or saying wrong. I've learned a lot through that. And I remember that when I was going to Mummy Club, I've always wanted to explore media. I was like, I've prayed about this. I've wanted to do this before. I just didn't know it'll come in this format. It came. And I know it's a toxic show. It became a toxic show for me. But it was the most fulfilling. It was the most fulfilling. Because I'll tell you, as a pageant girl, you know, pageantry shows all your strengths.
Yeah.
Like it amplifies them. It works on them. And not so much on your weaknesses. So when I went to Mummy Club, I came in with the strengths that I knew that, I had. And also these are the strengths that were cut off, by the way. So not a lot of people got to see them. But what I've realized is that sitting down and watching myself on TV made me reflect. It made me think. It made me be like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? Or why did I say that? Or what was the motive and reason behind this? And me watching myself on screen made me really see that, actually, I now am getting to understand the kind of person that I am. And if there's parts of me that need healing for me to be bigger than what I had been, it was exactly that. Like it was that moment that allowed me to tap into my weaknesses and accept that it's a weakness. And there were parts of me that I really needed to heal. And I didn't see them until I watched myself on TV.
Were you quite controversial?
Very. Especially the first season, very, very controversial. Where, you know, it's reality TV. So to a certain extent, there is an element of real.
What was coming out of you?
Drama. Except just drama. Just learning to coexist with others. And I know that even before Mami Club, I really preferred to just keep to my space.
Oh, really?
I did. I really did. But I've learned a lot. Like, if there's anything I'm ever grateful for, I think I'm always grateful for the struggles more than the wins, because the struggles are the ones that build me.
Well, that's where you learn.
They're the ones that grow me to be the person that I am now. If it wasn't by that, I don't know how not so far I would have been. But I've learned a lot through that.
So that's season 1.
That was season 1.
Talk to me about the time span of having your children and then losing your husband.
Whew, okay. Having
Was
my
that
children.
on season 1 as well, or that was before?
Lost my husband after season 2.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm caught up.
Yeah.
So yes, tell me about having your kids.
I became a mom at a very young age. Married young too. I married at 22.
Wow.
Yes, I did. And after having
We
kids,
were doing the worst things at
Yes.
22. But yes, okay.
yeah,
so
I married very young, very, very young.
Yeah.
Had my kids, and after having my kids, I really struggled to find myself again. I really did. I struggled, you know, because now I'm someone's wife. I'm someone's mom, and I'm there at the back seat, and my dreams are slowly sipping away from my reality. Got me very depressed, very, very depressed. I mean, I'm grateful for my children. I'm even grateful for the life that I had then, but it came with a lot of having to grow up in a very short space of time. You know, it's like...
So you're married 22.
Yes.
You have your first baby
24.
24.
And 2 more.
Yeah. What's your age at that point?
At about 28.
Ooh la la,
Yeah.
baby.
Lots of babies.
I mean, 3.
Yes.
That is lots of babies.
Yeah.
And you're still learning who you are. You're in your 20s.
I'm in my 20s. But I
Sure.
think by the time I was 31,
Yeah.
I got to this age where something in me wanted to fight for myself.
Oh, okay.
Something in me wanted to be more than just a mother, more than just a wife. And it came with a lot of discomfort. Unfortunately, after the second season, I did lose my husband. And if I was shooting at the time, I can only imagine what that could have been like. Like, it feels like it was the perfect time to say, I need this break from Mami Club, because a lot was happening when season 3 was being shot.
So that wasn't filmed.
It wasn't
during
filmed.
that time.
No. It happened only after we were done filming season 2. Actually, it was actually earlier this year. It's just that, you know, filming and the time it's aired is quite different.
Yeah. And it's not in your control as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just, unfortunately, I'm one of the people who have faced a lot of abuse in marriage.
Yeah.
And not just from my partner, but also from people that used to surround him, his family too. And because I was a yes ma'am, yes sir, it happened more than it should have.
Was
There
he
was
quite-
absolutely no stop to it. To a certain extent, I really did feel like he didn't stand up for me. And if he did, or if there was some kind of boundaries or order of some sort, it could have been different. So after 31, I stood up for myself. And standing up for myself also meant that if it doesn't work for me, I leave the marriage. And I was ready to do that. Yeah, unfortunately, while we were in the process of divorce, he took his life.
What are you feeling right now?
Very heavy emotions. Very heavy. But this is not the end. Life is for the living after all.
Is it a heavy emotion that you never got a closure with him? Yes, of course, I've got lots of tissue. That you never got closure with him? Or was it heavy emotion because, you know, the way a person passes also leaves you heavily traumatized?
I mean, how he did it was very traumatic.
Yeah.
With regards to closure, look, I didn't lose my husband over people or over things. I lost my husband to depression. I lost him to mental health, and I've made peace with that. There's absolutely nothing I would have done to save him, because he had access to everything, to every kind of support that he could have ever wanted in terms of medical.
Yeah.
And his lack of use for it is what brought him to where he was. He was a very depressed man.
Do you think his depression led to how he treated you in your marriage?
Not just how he treated me, but how he treated people. You know, sometimes I feel like, yes, we're grown adults, but the inner child always needs to heal for you to be whole and for you to be able to coexist with other people, even if it's not from a marriage point of view. But it contributed to everything, not just with me, with everyone, with his employees, with his friends. Because that's what depression is. It's not only focused on one person.
And you mentioned that you were finding things quite difficult as well. And so I just imagine these two people holding these heavy, heavy burdens, trying to make it work. But you probably don't see eye to eye about most things.
I mean, we tried.
It's tough.
I mean, 10 years is a long time.
It's tough.
I spent 10 years of my life with him.
I can't believe that.
It's a long time. And in that 10 years, it wasn't just smooth sailing.
Yeah, of course.
There were good times, yes. But the bad times really have just outdone the good.
We're going to find out now what's happening in the latest Power headlines. Who's for lunch? We've got media personality, entrepreneur, life coach, and mental health advocate, Ratile Mabitsela, who is in studio. If you have questions, comments, you know what to do.
Power Lunch with Pabi Moloi.
Weekdays 12 to 3 p.m.
Who's for lunch on a Thursday afternoon? As we do, Ratile Mabitsela is here with us, an unapologetic mental health advocate, entrepreneur, life coach, and media personality. And from the world of pageantry to personal pain, from glitzy TV appearances to deep soul healing work, Ratile is one of the most dynamic voices of our generation, and she's right here with us in studio. I want to thank you for telling us a bit of the story about your late husband, because there is a mindset that many South African men have to not look after their mental health. If you know that you're not feeling okay and you have the access, psychology, therapy, medication, and there's just a gap, like it's not manly to, or culturally, or I don't know what it is.
Well, I think
And to that you say,
I think generally people need to stop the mental health stigma, so that people understand that when they are in a space where they need help, they are able to get it and they're free to do it, and it's not an embarrassing thing. Because mental health, depression, alcoholism is the biggest monster, and the more you hide it, the more you give it room.
Absolutely. As a person who's in the world of addiction, they talk about your recovery. If you keep it a secret and you don't do what you need to do, it's doing push-ups outside.
Yeah.
So the next time it comes to get you, it's stronger.
Yeah.
It's harder.
And you've got no support structure from friends, from people that you spend a lot of time with, because it's too embarrassing to talk about.
How were your children experiencing home at that time, do you think?
My children never had a normal childhood. Unfortunately, we only trying to get to learn normal. We've had quite a situation. And all of us are going through therapy. All of us, and we all need rewiring. Because what we were accustomed to was just, we were living in a place of survival, and survival is a terrible place to function from. So yeah, they're young, they're very young, but all that they've ever been exposed to is really nothing that a child should live through.
I mean, how much do they know about certain things?
I mean, they know. They know. I mean, they're smart kids.
They always know.
They always know.
They know. Even if you don't say anything, they know.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I can't take away the trauma.
Yeah.
Like, the trauma side of it needs to be dealt with. It needs to be given attention.
Yeah. And
But
so I'm really glad that you are.
Yeah.
Putting them in play therapy.
So we're literally
that.
healing together.
Yeah. Then you have to come back to record the next Mummy Club.
Not so sure. Not so sure.
No, I mean, after this incident,
no,
then
never
you
had
recorded
to.
again.
Never had to.
Oh, so this was at the end of season 2.
Right at the end.
So it was done.
It was done.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yes, it was done. He was featured on season 2 at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was done.
It was done.
I mean, in a way, that's a gift. Because you got to grieve in private.
Yes, it could have been a nightmare if it happened while I was shooting.
Who did you have around you?
My family. My mom held me very tight. My family showed up for me. They really did. And especially because there was a lot of family drama. There was absolutely no unity between me, in-laws. But the way my family just showed up for me, and the way generally people just showed up for me, it made nothing else matter.
That's incredible. You know, we talk about leaving our family of origin and going either exploring or as women maybe getting married or whatever it is. But the fact that you always have a soft space to land.
Yeah.
You can go home.
Yes.
Maybe your dad's still around. Maybe your mom's still around. But you, or even siblings. Oh my God, thank God for siblings.
Thank God.
You know, that's home. That's the safe space. And that's also what you're building for your children.
Totally.
So you've got all of this.
Yes.
Been through all of this. Every scar, broken arm, you've armored through it. You're a fighter. You're healing at the same time. You are doing the things. And you've decided to turn it into, ways that other people can find healing for themselves. So do you want to tell us a little bit about bulletproof mindset and what led you to that?
So I've always been someone who journals a lot.
Okay.
And as I was journaling from over the years, I could just read through the anger. I could read through the pain. It was just so raw. And I just needed an outlet at the time. But over time, from last year onwards, when I felt like I'm really the only person who can save myself, everything changed. It was on a journey of finding me. And even on that journey of finding me, so many challenges came.
Of course.
But now the bulletproof mindset is something that now means to me that I'm not what happened to me. And I am not a victim. And whatever it is that happened and whatever it is that continues to happen, it's not going to put me down. And that's how it came about. And I really do feel like a lot of women have also gone through things where they feel like this is a point of no return. But I really do feel like just being alive and having an opportunity to choose freedom, to choose what doesn't even cost money, will be the most liberating thing that they do. And when you're liberated, you're creative. You focus on you focus on your hobbies, you focus on your childhood dreams. And no one can take that away from you.
So you're saying when you're not focused on the actual things that happened and you're able to start a healing process,
Yes.
you can focus on making your life blossom.
Exactly.
Do
You know how they say, Mosadi utshwara thipa bogaleng?
Yes.
I hate this line, by the way.
I hate it too.
But sometimes you really need to put the knife down to heal.
Yeah.
You really need to. And that's where healing starts. If you don't put the knife down, it will stab you and stab you. And you will
You'll
continue to bleed.
Yeah.
So when you want to heal, you need to put the knife down.
Stop the fight.
Stop it. Choose yourself. Heal you. That's where the magic starts. And even if there's noise all around you, shut the noise and focus on you.
And so how did you begin to do that?
My life is very controversial. I'm sure you've seen. I had to shut the noise.
I'm not asking you controversial questions. Or you feel like I am?
No.
Okay.
No.
I hope not.
Not at all. But I think my life publicly is very controversial. And I had to learn to shut the noise. And I had to know that a negative comment is actually not me. It's a reflection of whoever's writing it. A broken person bleeding on social media speaking of me has absolutely nothing to do with me. Because where I am and where I'm going doesn't have a lot of people, doesn't even have a lot of traffic. So that's where I'm focused. So it started by shutting the noise, and not just shutting the noise, shutting the hate.
Is this social media?
Everything.
Yeah.
Social media, real life, everything. There's nothing like allowing yourself clean space. Part of allowing yourself clean space is also choosing your circles wisely. And when you become to be selective about the people who can surround you, like, life just gets better. The chuck always takes itself out.
Hey, and the junk always takes itself out.
It takes itself out.
If you wait long enough, the junk will take itself out.
True.
I feel like so many people are going to relate to what you're talking about. And you're not saying anything specific, and neither am I. But if you've gone through it, you know it.
Absolutely.
You recognize it immediately.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of self-blame that comes with that, which I now put in the same category as the comments from social media, because that's not helpful at all. It's part of the knife. It's not your fault.
Yes.
But if you take those learnings of look out for this, or make it about you, or whatever the learnings are, and move forward, then at least we've done this for something.
Yes.
You know, going through something. And it's very, very powerful. It's very powerful when you see it and hear it from a woman who looks the way you do, so put together, so beautiful, so elegant. And I think it gives people the, I can also
Yeah.
heal. I
But
can
also one
heal.
thing about me, you will never find me looking like my problems. That is like
Yeah.
a motto. Like, please, what should I look like?
Yeah. You talk about emotional abuse,
Yes.
and we're in the epidemic of GBV, and now they've added F for femicide. I feel like people don't understand what abuse is.
I feel like people think you're being toxic for having boundaries because they benefit from you when you don't have them.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Then you start to be called names.
Yeah.
Then you start to be, but you're not doing, simply because your boundaries does not allow them to do certain things.
So there's a lot of manipulation.
There's a lot of manipulation. And some people think manipulation is normal.
Yeah.
Some people know it. It's engraved in it. That's all they know.
Yeah. And you can see it.
And you can see it.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of coercion, where the threat is, I will take all of this away from you if you don't XYZ.
Exactly.
Or make sure that you look like XYZ. Otherwise, you know where I'm going tonight.
It happens.
And that's abuse.
It is.
Yes.
Totally. But
Yes.
people don't want to call it that. Or they are so familiar with it that it's not so abusive because it's done every day.
So do you think that, so they're so familiar with it that it doesn't seem abnormal? Yes, I get what you're saying. And so my mission is to make it as abnormal as it is. You must understand
Yes.
manipulation and the toxicity around it.
Excuse me. Yes. I think what I do is, if I meet someone or if I have a friend who has such tactics, I move myself from them because
Yes.
I'm not going to raise you. I'm not going to teach you what to do and what not to do. Yes, I'll tell you when you're wrong. But when I feel like I've done enough, I remove myself from you, because I'm sure there's other birds of the same feather you can fog with. But I'm not going to do it, because now I need to sacrifice myself again.
Nah,
Not worth it.
not worth it.
Not worth it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are unfortunately like that. It's actually a lot. It's shocking.
Like what? What do you mean?
People who have tendencies of manipulation
Oh, yeah.
and they don't think that it is that.
Yeah. Yes. There are many people like that, especially in South Africa and especially in our industry, who will say the most repugnant things you've ever heard in your life, and that's just normal. Do you have a daughter and you're a
I
rave?
do.
Yeah.
I do. I have a daughter.
So is she the firstborn?
No, she's one of the twins.
Oh, she's one of the
She's
twins.
7.
Oh, that's so
Yes.
cute.
Yes.
What do you think the most? We don't all have all the answers. But raising a girl in South Africa, what do you think she needs to know the most?
That she doesn't have to please everyone. It's okay for her to do her and focus on herself. She is not raised to be anything to anyone else but herself. And she has the right to choice. Like, she better not make the choices that I made in my early days of my 20s. She better not. Because I also feel like when it comes to raising daughters, most times we prefer to keep certain things away from them, and they find them out very late in life. I used to glorify marriage. I used to, because I thought...
You used to glorify marriage.
It was the best thing I've ever seen. I'm like, oh, can't wait to have a husband. Can't wait to have a family. And then now I have it, and a lot is happening now in this marriage, and you go and ask for advice from the old aunties who are telling you tipa bohaling, and they say this is normal. Why did I fall for the norm? Because so many other women have done it, and they stand there during a reception and have a speech and tell you to do all the things that they've done to stay depressed, unhappy, and very angry. And they tell you, no, follow suit. But they don't say it as it is.
I often think about that. I often think about, so what are you gaining from being in the marriage? Is it just that you have the title of Mrs.? Like, what?
I really think marriage could be fruitful.
Okay.
I mean, there's some people who can really make it work. Like, I will not say it's a terrible thing to do. It's not. Because some people can do it, and they can do it right.
But I'm talking about, someone who's having a life-threatening situation. But the Mrs. is so important, or the...
It's a heavy title to carry.
Yeah.
It's a very heavy title to carry. Because it's not just about you changing your surname. It's the responsibilities that now comes with this new surname.
And also you're a new family member in a new family.
Yeah. I wish it found me now. When I It found me when I was humble, ready to please, and all of this. Like,
How many years has it been now
10.
that he passed away?
Oh, it's actually been months.
Months.
Feb this year.
Would you like to get married again?
I'm not desperate from it, but whatever trauma I faced is not enough to make me never want to marry again.
Really?
Yeah.
Believe in love?
I do. Believe in a family unit.
Yeah.
Believe that it can work too.
And you look like you're so focused. You and your husband will be a power couple. And you will build things and have homes in Italy,
That sounds amazing.
Exactly.
Already. Yeah, but
That's a beautiful thing.
it's a beautiful thing. It really is.
And in such a short time that you've come this far, do you sometimes fall back into, it's too much? Everything was too hectic. Why did everything happen at once?
I do have those moments sometimes. I really do. But I think it's also grieving stages.
Yes, yes.
It comes, I recognize it for what it is, and I
Yes.
let it out,
Okay.
and I go on.
Because grief just does whatever it wants.
It does.
Yeah,
But over grief, I will choose myself.
of course. Of course.
Over blaming others, I will choose myself. Over guilt, I will choose myself. So even when you grieve, don't grieve yourself to death. You grieve yourself to come back to life.
And I think in those 10 years, they condition you in many ways to think that you're nothing, you're not good enough, you don't have what it takes. And you can't outgrow your environment. That's then what you start thinking.
Yeah, true.
And then I feel like one day you remember yourself. One day you go, actually, no.
Yeah.
And what you're saying about what you tell your daughter to do is so beautiful. And the boys, any difference there?
Oh, my boys, they're very different. So one is like very quiet and to himself. And the other one, he's like a second husband to me. So
Please
strict.
choose your words wisely, because what are you saying?
No, he wants to know everything. My whereabouts, what I'm doing, what is this, where are you? So recently he just got a phone, and now that we talk on WhatsApp, it's like I really need to tell him where I am all the time.
That's so cute.
Like he's just very overprotective. But I
Yeah.
also think that to a certain extent, you know, when children experience loss, they never know when they're going to lose their lost parent who is alive. So it's from a point of, you better be fine and alive where you are, you know? So yeah, he tries to play big boy, but sometimes I just feel like it's too much for a child. It's my job to protect him, not the other way around.
Not the other way
But
around.
he's very overprotective. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot that we can find. So healing in motion, bulletproof mindset. We also want to know about when you're doing pageants through your foundation. So is the best thing to do to follow you on social media?
Very much so.
Okay.
Follow me on my Instagram at Ratile_Mabitsela
Yeah.
and on TikTok, Ratile Mabitsela.
Perfect. Wasn't that bad, was it?
Not at all.
It was
Thank you
good.
for having me.
I think it was good. I enjoyed this conversation a lot. And I have admiration for so much that you had to do in public and navigate in public, and the strength that it's given you now. Thank you for visiting us.
Thank you.
It's just about 3:00. Media personality, entrepreneur, life coach, and health advocate Ratile Mabitsela in studio with us here on Power Lunch on Power 98.7.